Okay, guys, I'm going to try to be as quiet as I can when I do this. But what I wanted to... I was watching a video tonight, and it had mentioned the time that the girls last made their phone calls, and it was like 2:50, 2:54, 2:52, 2:54. So I popped on this between 2 and 3, and then I let it play, and then I just started on the 3 o'clock one. Well, this is bringing back memories of when the first time I ever watched this. So I'm going to put this back to, I'm going to go back a couple minutes. So, maybe I should just go all the way back to the beginning. That's right, okay. Tuck myself into it. Okay, so what I want you to be aware of is that I'm going to make the screen much larger. And I'm going to angle it over here to this parking area. Now, when I first started watching this, I thought that this white thing right back here, off to the more to the left of the screen, I thought that looked like an RV, and like a fifth wheel, like a truck was pulling it. I've even got pictures and stuff that you know, that I filtered and did all sorts of stuff, because that's what it looks like. At the time, I didn't know there was an apartment building behind there. But it still isn't angled quite right for that apartment building. It's a little odd. But, so now that the cars are parked here, so the way the cars are parked is as you're looking at this fence that's right in front of us, it's got a drop off. So, well, actually, the parking lot that we would be standing on at this point is elevated like maybe 4 feet, maybe 3 feet from the park, maybe about 3 feet from the parking lot. So the cars are down below, so you cannot see their headlights. But if you scroll over here, like you can tell this is like a white vehicle or something right here, right? And their headlights are facing us. They're going to be facing us. So there's that one. And then there's the one that you can barely see right here. That is the one that starts up at 4 something rather that there's people in the whole time. I mean, there's people in all of them, but this one actually starts up and drives off at 4:25 or something like that. And so there's that vehicle behind the fence, right? And these are little, excuse me, I'm really tired. These are little reflectors on the fence right there. So they're like light reflectors. And so when you see those light up, what I determined is that is a vehicle coming in from behind, like going past the house and then going behind the Queen Apartments and then pulling out towards, like, it would be coming from behind this area back here because there's a road in between that. Now there's a cement barrier that's about, you can see the blurred out spot right through here that's kind of angled around. That's like a cement block buildup, like a barrier that so you can't, so you won't really be able to see only but maybe the roof of the car as it drives by because it's set down lower, right? So the car will be coming from back around to the left of this screen because normally we see them, you know, when we see the headlights, when we're watching this, we see them come in via this way over here, right? Like we're in the middle of your screen, it's coming in facing us, the headlights. Well, this is going to be the headlights coming in from behind it. So you'll see that these reflectors will flash. And that's what that is. So also, so over here are the Queen Road Apartments, the two long ones I call the Twinkies. And that is a light up there up in the left, a light that's on, that periodically you will see a silhouette of a person standing in there. And I also believe that, see where these two brighter lights are right here? See off to our right of each one of them? I think those are people standing there. And also above, all to the very left of your screen, right? The bigger of the lights down at the very bottom left, that is a headlight of a car or a tail light, one or the other. And then you've got the one off to the right, you got the one little round light, then what looks to be a person, And then up above, if you look straight up into the very corner, you have got another window. And I believe that's someone standing in the window. At one point, I think that person actually crawls out that window at some point. I don't remember what time zone it is, but I do believe that is a person standing up there. And so these are two separate buildings right through here, up in the left here. Oh, excuse me, I'm so tired. And they're two, but I want to make this video before I forget what what I want to say here. So this is a long, like, kind of corridor in between these two buildings. And then when you get to the end of it, all the way off to the left of the screen, that's where the king house is, literally right at the end of it when you open it up. So the sound travels down here, plus there's steps on the other side, so they can just run up the steps, come through this area. And so I think that things are going on, like people that live in this apartment or know someone who lives in this apartment are doing things up either the second floor or the third floor of this apartment building. Now, mind you, there is a third, so the third floor, so the first floor on here is set below our visual eyesight. So we wouldn't even be able to see maybe even a door open. It's set deep down in, so it's kind of like almost a basement apartment type thing. And that's on the one furthest to, if you're looking at the screen right now, you've got like kind of like two dark pillars, like, you know, that look right there, and then there's two lights, which could be like a little nose or something. Anyway, it's in between there that you walk through here. So on the end of the one on the very left-hand side, the very end unit right there, that is where the laundry room is. So periodically you'll see movement around there, which makes me wonder if they're doing laundry, which, yeah. Okay, so I also think that, like right now, this is that little pillar, the pillar right by the car, right? So see where the spot up along this pillar is like kind of washed out, like it almost looks like it's scribbled, like it's, you know, like erased or something. I believe that's someone standing there. And also on the other side of this car right here, there's another car parked on the other side of that. And if you can tell, there's somebody's face. There's somebody in the vehicle. There's always somebody in this vehicle. But that's a face right there in that vehicle. And it looks like it's actually almost in the back, like its head's laying on the, like if you had a back rear, you know, rest where people like put hats and stuff, you know. That's really weird looking. I'm going to play that just for a second, see what it looks like. Hold on. Because that could actually be somebody. You see that move, you guys? All that movement right there? Oh my god, there's a face all the way to the... Okay. Oh my gosh. See the face now? It's in the back window, but towards maybe where the front... Oh my gosh, there's another person facing the back little window. Is this person laying down? Are they doing something to this person in the car? See where the hand is, like in the back window, where it looks like there's a hand or something, and the face is all... Look at the face, just look out at you. Freaking face looking out that back window. The very back little small one. Holy God. Look at that back window. Look at what's in the back window now. Can you hear that? Can you hear that?
They are fighting on the other side of the car.
Look at it's getting lighter inside that car. If you look up to the roof, the hood of the car on the top, see that erased out looking stuff on there? So there must be someone standing on the other side. In fact, yep, there is. You can see him standing over there. Look at the hand up in the window. You can see the hand's on the window. Look at that.
Wow, they're really fighting over there. Arms are flying in all directions.
Some asshole, that jerk in the back. There's a hand on the window. There's two people I can see standing on the other side of that car right now. Can you guys see the other people on the other side of the car? One just kind of stood up a little bit just now. When you see a circle type thing like there is in the front seat, I think that's an animal. Someone just got in the front seat. Can you hear the dog whimpering? Did they take them out in cars? Is that what they did? They killed them in cars? So they could drive the bloody scene off. Oh man. Whatever they're doing to this person in the car is not good. Their face is all the way in the back in that triangle area. Like their face is smashed up like they're on their stomach or like on their side, facing us. Are they dragging them out? There is one hell of a fight going on over there. You're going to see it right behind the car. Arms are flinging, and you'll see them run towards the Queen Road apartments, and then one of them falls down and the other one is over top of them. You also hear them yelling, both a man and a woman. Look at behind the car. Look at that dark spot on the car like it's a shadow on the ground. And now look at the red line that's going downhill from it. You can really see that person on the other side of the car now. That shadow red mark thing on the ground is moving. It's getting bigger. It's moving downhill towards where the fence is. See, it just flattened out. It was more peaky on that one towards us, and now it's moving. I think that's blood. I think they're killing him in cars. Holy crap. Oh my god, that just makes me think of the one that in the trailer park, that lady was talking about, the guy cleaning his red car out with all the paper towels and the bleach. Look at it. Look at it. It's getting darker right now. That line on the ground. And see, now it's really blurry on the very back side of that car. Listen. Okay, so right now, it's probably about 3:15. Hold on. Okay, so it's not 3:15 yet, but that grunting noise, I believe, is the person that's going to be coming and walking up this area, who is going to be the guy that was at the dumpster. That walks down, goes up to the dumpster, and I think he put something in there, and then he walks around the dumpster and comes up the pathway, the road, or there's stairs there, and up to this upper part of Lindow Lane. And then he goes through the little gate, which is right here where that little white picket thing is on the other side of this big pole, and then he'll walk to the left here, and he'll follow this all the way down and keep going past this, and goes back around the backside, I believe. I think he goes around the backside of the Queen. I don't think he goes in between. I think he goes around the backside. So as he is doing that, walking up, mind you, right now there are cops on the Banfield. They're doing the underage alcohol ticket thing. So with that all going on, that's where the cops are, and they're ushering. Let's see, in less than a minute, they're going to be ushering those kids across the street. They're going to start by ushering those, maybe about a minute. And that's when they put the light in the other guy's, camera, and usher those 4 kids that, that they know for sure. Well, we know for sure there's 4. I think there's more than that, but plus he does it 3 times. Puts his light in the camera so he can't see anything, but they didn't do it well enough. So as this guy's walking from the right of our screen to the left across where this fence is, he's actually just walking in front of he must be in front of these cars. It might even be behind. I don't think there's a pathway that's higher up on there, but I don't remember looking at that part. But anyway, you'll kind of see a flash of light or whatever. But the guy, when he's walking, prior to him getting to the dumpster on the other side of this Lindow Lane down that road, he fell down. Like the guy is tired. Like he's exhausted, it sounds like. So I think that what we're hearing right now, well, fairly soon, I don't think this is him exactly right now, because I think there's two people. And I think they're both hurt. And the one that put the stuff in the dumpster, he's one of them. And you'll hear him walk up. You'll hear the sound that he's making. And it's definitely grunting and having an issue with wherever the pain is coming from. So while all this is going on, we're going to go back to this. But over here is our people. The people are all the way over here. So at 2:50, about 2:52 maybe, or a little bit more later than that, maybe about a minute, there is a car that pulls up into this parking lot. And so if you're looking at these cars right now, so you can you see this one right here that's facing us, right? This car, it's like a white car or whatever, and it's down below. You can see that it's down below the fence, so you cannot see its headlights, but it's facing us, and that's the windshield that's right there by the N on the SUN, you know, for the Sunday. That's like the N is the furthest part of the N is actually kind of in the middle of where the windshield of that car would be. And then there's a hood, and it's facing us, right? Well, I believe there's people in that car. You can almost see through the windshield right now that there's people in that car. They're just little, just erasery looking spots is what they look like. Because they literally erased, when they scrub it, they erase the film. They erase what's on there. And they add stuff. Like right now, see all these little spots that are all kind of blurred out? Like in between the 7 and the A. All that. That's all blurred out because there's something going on back there that they don't want you to see. Now, it's blurred out all the way down here. And the reason is because there's people down here. There's several people that are right above where where it says SUN. There's people back there, and you'll be able to see them moving before too long. But I'm going to play with you. I'm going to play with you. Yeah, let's go have a play date. I'm going to keep playing the other one by the car thing first, and I may be able to put that one up. And I'm going to slap some filters on it and see if I can see anything different. But then I'll come back to this one, because you really have to zero in on it in order to see it each time. And I can't keep going back and forth. It's just too hard on the eyes, and it's too hard on your guys' eyes too. So, but this one tonight, what I saw was really kind of blew my mind. At about 3:06, I've never seen it before either. There is so there's this car right here, right? This one, almost to the right of the screen. And then there's this one. It also looks like a white car. Now, this one I thought was a Charger, because of the sound of it when it pulls in. It sounds like a Charger. Maybe it's the 300. So this car, and down at the grub truck, the guy that got out of this down there, he had on a hat that said Charger on it. So that's this car that's facing us. And you can kind of see it's longer. It's a bigger car than this one over here. And so its grill is a little higher up. It's not parked totally up to the fence is what I'm thinking here. Or else maybe it is. Maybe that's the windshield that's right there, but I don't think. Well, maybe it could be actually. Now that I think about it, because here's what I want to show you is. See the V in the fence in the middle of your screen. Okay, and see where in the point of the V on the ground where that stick's coming up. If you look just to the left, barely to the left of that stick, that is a person standing there, and their back is to the stick. So what it looks like to me is that they're leaning over the top, like they're standing by their car, and maybe their arms are up on top of the hood or something, because that wider part right there is their face. And so they're standing there. Now, what else is going on is there is someone right. Okay, so you see where the V's at, and you see where the angled stick is going over towards the car, the left part of the angle of the V. And then if you look almost to the top of where that V is, and you look down, there's kind of a rounded little section right there. That's a person right there. That's a person on the ground, or wherever they are in front of that car, or on that car, one or the other. And so there's also a person. See where that reflector light is right there, and kind of in the middle of the screen. If you look just barely to the, it's like they're literally butt up against this thing. So that the black part of that, then you look up a little bit and it's white, and then it looks like they have black hair or something. That's a person right there, and they're standing by the car too. So what you're going to see, and then right behind them, that blurred spot, that's another person. There's people all over here, but that's another person. So what's going, and look at the road in front of you. See how it's all blurred out where the snow area is? That's all people. That's something going on that they don't want you to see. So what I saw tonight that I've never seen before is that looking at see where the person's standing up to the left of the car, facing us, and like where the reflector is. Okay, now as you follow that person angularly down to where the V is, it's touching the ground on that fence. So just kind of the line just going straight down from there, you'll see this light. Like there's a light flickering on and off, very dim. But then as it's flickering, you see this movement of this person that's in the front of this car. It's almost like they're being forced to move, which is not good. It makes me sick to my stomach. It all makes me sick to my stomach, but just, ugh. And it almost kind of looks like right now, it almost looks like they're maybe on their stomach and their head's up like how you're on your stomach, but you lean up on your arms, your forearms on the ground, and your head's kind of up a little bit. But it looks like they could be on their stomach, and that their feet are facing to the person on the other side of the car, on our right side of the car. It would be their left, but on our, like the driver's side. So, and then there's people, see where the reflector is on the fence right here, right down below the M. So that behind there's a light, like off to the left of that, there's a light back there. Those are people back there. Those are people. They have a light. The light comes on and off, but right down on the left side of that light, you see a little white spot. That's a person's head, and they're all over here. They're all up in here. All those little black spots, kind of those are all like people standing there and stuff. It's not their heads or anything, but it's like pixels of them, like weird pixels. And like right here, this could almost be an arm, like laying over the fence. Oh my God. Holy crap. That is exactly what that looks like. That is creepy. And that looks like a arm thrown over like the fence, and like the hand is like draping over and almost touching the ground. Like it's draping over by the elbow. Like that's creepy. Wow. I never saw that one before either. Man. But there's people all down through here too. In fact, there's one standing right by this vehicle. In this fence right here, where it was kind of like a ladder part right in the middle. That right there, right next to the left of that light right there, the light to the far right, that is. And there's people over here. You can see them standing back over there too. You know, once your eyes get trained to this, it's so crazy how much stuff you see. It's just nuts. It's so creepy. Yeah, all these blurred out spots. And look at how blurred out it is right here. So this is, I mean, that looks like a person laying there. That looks like an actual person laying on this right there. So, like I said, if you keep following this, this is all the way over to the far right, and it's Linda Lane dumpster side. So if I make this bigger and I come all the way down, up in the upper right of your screen, you're going to see like the darker area, but you'll also see a couple white little spots up there on the very top right. That is where, like around where the dumpster is, kind of like where the roundabout of Linda Lane is. So if you just zoom into that for a while and you watch that, you will see all the stuff that's going on there. Like I think a lot of stuff happened right down there, right at the very end there. Yep. I mean, even on the snow right now, you can see it's all blurred out right there. So something's going down. So I'm going to put this video on pause and make sure it's still good to go. Let me see what time it is on here. 3:11:57. Well, let me do 3 more seconds here, and get it to the 312 mark, so I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so you hear that or whatever. So when I first heard that, I thought it was like someone sitting in a chair and kind of rocking back and forth like an old leather chair or a swing or something. And then the more I listen to it, it sounds like someone's going, you know, like they're, and like having issues breathing, like you know, just like, you know, like it's shallow, very shallow, like trying to get a breath, right? And I probably wouldn't even know how to explain that, except for my recent stuff with my breathing that I've had issues with. And so that's what it kind of sounds like to me. And I'm not sure what the squeaking part is. There's a really weird squeak that comes in eventually, and I do not know what that is. It almost sounds like a gear on something, like a weird sound like that. But I'm going to make sure I've got room on here. So 31201. Okay, I'll be back.